Hello, this is RSCKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all this news that happened during the week of mobile and tech and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Now, I do not know if my audio is going to... And we're back. But yeah, so I am going to have to reach out to um, XSplit, which is the audio software I use, and yeah, it just unfortunately I don't know. It's their software. It's their software that keeps messing up now, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. It seems to go on for like a minute or two. I've tried, resetting my drivers. I've tried other other. If I just record myself, it works fine. But when I go into this software that I've been using for live streaming for since I started, it just goes bad. So I don't know how long I'll be able to last today. And it might be me needing to get a whole new software. Luckily, I have a friend that knows all about live streaming, so I might ask him. Might go to OBS or something like that. But if XSplit can't get it together, like this is just really bad. I've never had an issue with them before. Again, I've used this the entire time, but it is having an issue where it's just cutting out the audio. And I've gotten good enough to where I can reset it pretty quickly. Basically, I literally need to disconnect the audio, plug it back in. It doesn't work if I change the source. And yeah, I don't know. It's a pain, and like it sucks because like this might be like a temporary hold for live streaming for me. If I have to like learn a new software and everything along those lines. So I'll have to wait and see. But I just want to let you guys know that while I can talk. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the audio meter so I can see if I get no audio more easily. So I don't want to put that on you guys as always. Um, but yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Let's get started with the news, and we'll see if we can make a full episode today, depending on how bad the audio gets. All right, so we have the first images of the Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra, and it is, I don't know. So basically, it is a squircle. The term we have used for so long, that Samsung kind of made famous in their emojis, right? Is now what it is. Basically, it is a squircle kind of style, and apparently, this is because someone at Samsung is like, no, we needed to go back to square, which Samsung originated, if you don't remember. Well, all right, I wouldn't say that originated it. There were two smartwatches mainly you can get credit for being a smartwatch before Samsung, and that was the Pebble and that was the Sony Live View. Those were the two smartwatches that I would say came out legitimately before Samsung, and then Samsung kind of made most of what we know today in the modern day smartwatch market, and everyone else kind of like adapted on it. Now I said most, not everything. Garmin, I would say, introduced longer battery life. TicWatch introduced the dual screen, which was really cool. So there's lots of things that go. um, but yeah, very curious to see. Um, so I don't know what I think about it. I'm indifferent to it. I would say like I would be fine with just a regular circle. I don't know why I need a square. I'm more intrigued by the added button because now there's two buttons and then a button in the middle. So I'm more intrigued by that than anything else. The only thing that I will say is, which it doesn't look like they did, but Samsung, do not mess with my dial. Do not mess with this again. It did not end well last time, and you had to backpedal. So don't do that again, please. All right, audio's still going good for now, so we'll have to keep going at it. But let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious on your guys' thoughts on this one. It's supposed to be even an easier mechanism to take on and off the watches than we've had. So I'm all for quicker and easier to get them on and off. But yeah, new button, squarical design. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section. All right, we still have audio so far, so that's good. Hey, Mullet Baby. Hey, if you can tell us anything about these new products, please let me know. I am dying to know about the Ultra. If you have any concrete thing on that, the Fold Ultra is such a big thing for me. We'll see how it goes. But Mullet Baby is dropping his first bit, which is, I wonder how some will react to the Galaxy subs for premium features for Ring, Watch FE, Fold FE. I'm curious to see if they start charging a monthly feature. I wonder how many will definitely pay for it, because I don't even know if I would, to be honest. Like, I am currently playing for Gemini Advanced for Google, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. It's currently costing me $10 more than my regular premium did before that one. But yeah, I'm very curious. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think I would pay an additional Samsung subscription fee. Maybe for the first 3 months or 2 months just to review it for you guys, but I don't see myself paying for that long term. What do you guys think? All right, audio still good. So, a reliable list is saying that basically there will be two new Galaxy Buds, three Galaxy Watches, but only two foldables. So this is from EvLeak, so obviously pretty reliable. Evan Blass has always been pretty reliable on his sources, but that is very something. So Galaxy Buds, we can probably expect, the Galaxy Buds and Galaxy Buds Pro to both get an update. We haven't had both have an update for a while, so that could be very easily done. And I don't think, I think it will be Buds. I don't see Galaxy going headphones again, which they haven't done in years. Three Galaxy Watches, so that would be the Galaxy Watch 7, the Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra, and probably, as Mullet Baby is stating as well, there will be a Galaxy Watch FE. Very curious on that one. And what then about the Galaxy Folds? Well, the current rumor as of right now, and this has changed on a weekly basis, is that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, if it will exist, it will not be coming out at the same time. So, right, all of these are expected to come out in August, at the earliest, early July. But I think August will be a safer bet. We'll have to wait and see. And with that being said, for me right now, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is not exciting to me. Sure, would I get it over the Z Fold? I have the Z Fold 4. I returned my Z Fold 5 last year. Will I get the Z Fold 6 now? I think I would. Simply for the fact that I think the Z Fold 6 is going to be wider. And that was one of my biggest things that I really wanted. But other than that, it is like if I wasn't a reviewer, I wouldn't buy it. The Z Fold series has not done enough to win a person that likes to do any and everything on their smartphone. To me, I am man, did no sound come out? Did the sound come out, guys? Let me know in the comments. I still see it moving on my end, but if it's not for you guys, let me know. Someone's saying that the sound went out. Can I get a double verification on that, and then I'll reset it? Because it's still moving on my end. Okay, sound is good. Okay, I'm not sure why no sound. Maybe it was no sound in the beginning. Maybe you caught the beginning of it. Okay, I got nervous there for a second. I was like, it's moving on my side. All right. So yeah, for me, I don't know. Like, is anyone here excited for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 if it's slightly thinner, slightly less crease, and, you know, what else is there? Slightly wider and thinner. Like, is there anyone that's really like, yeah, like, let me know. Let me know if there's something like really like, oh, like, an issue with it. Let me know in the comment section. Like, because I don't know if it's really enough to get, I would say, an average consumer interested in this. I think Samsung needs the Z Fold 6 Ultra, to be quite honest, if they really want to up their sales, because I think without it, they're not going to up their sales at all. So yeah. All right. Now let's get to the other news, which is about the Galaxy Ring. It looks like you will have to know two steps um, if you want to get it. If you want to get this shortened, basically, and that is just steps 3 and 4 become steps 1 and 2. Oh man, my cough definitely came back. Um, I would recommend, if you don't have one, something like this. I got this on Amazon a while back, but basically it is a ring sizer, and all the you put it on your ring so you can see what size you are. So right here where I have the ring con that I've had since I did the sponsorship video with, I'm gonna take it off. It would be a size 10. Now you can get Samsung to send you a ring size kit. Apparently, that's going to be a thing they'll offer. But you can imagine if you have to wait for that ring size kit to be delivered, and then for you to measure your size and then confirm it with them, it's going to take a long time. So, yeah, something like this I've had literally for like, I want to say 3 or 4 years, but I think it's something good just to have. Or you can go to any jewelry store and just get your ring size. But if you are interested in the Galaxy Ring, that's something I would start thinking about now, so that when you have to pre-order it, you already have your ring size. So like for me, I would be a size 10, very simple, very easy. I know as soon as it goes on pre-sale, size 10, and then I'll be able to pre-order it right away. So just know that. As of right now, we still do believe it's going to be in Paris on July 10th. So that is when all the announcements will take place. So yeah. All right. And the last bit of news today is on the Google Cast. That's right. It's no longer going to be Chromecast. Chromecast built in is going away as a name, and they are renaming it to Google Cast. So that is something you're going to start seeing in the foreseeable future. I think it's very interesting because, Chromecast was kind of like, oh, it can work for anyone. It's, no matter what device you have, you can use Chromecast. Now that it's called Google Cast, it's kind of like letting you know the branding behind it, which I think is interesting. I don't know if it's a good move or a worse move, but it is something that very curious about. So, yeah, it looks like we will be having Google Cast take over all the Chromecast built-in monikers. I wonder if the newest Google TV will be called a Google TV, 2024, or if it's going to be called Google Cast now, and the device itself could be called Google Cast. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah. All right, guys, that was the news. It looks like the mic is working for now. Hopefully, it stays that way. I am kind of nervous and now thinking that, before it wasn't, before it was on the other screen. So now I'm very curious if I moved back to the main screen, if it has any issue. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I'll be trying to look at all the comments, but let me know if everything is going through. Made it through the news. Experts must have heard you talking about it. Yeah, right. I'm sure as soon as I talked about it, they got notified and were like, "Oh my god, we have to correct this for the YouTube Tech Guy and fix it right away." But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. If the sound goes out, I'll try to be looking at it. But if the sound goes out, let me know. Also, if you are looking for any Memorial Day sale stuff, let me know in the comment section, and I could try to find anything for you right now. The best deals on what you're looking for. All right. Let's take a look. Are you feeling any better? Yes, for the most part. I got sick again. Like I hadn't been sick since last year. I don't know if you guys can remember, but I want to say I had like a 3 months cough. Like it was just October, November, December. Went to the hospital, got some. I don't know if you can say the words. What muscle builders illegally use, I used for my throat. Basically, I don't know if you can say that word, but I use that. Basically, doctor prescribed ones for me, and basically that cleared up whatever like inflammation was in my lungs. Apparently, is what happened, and I feel like I got the same thing again because I hadn't been sick from January till May, basically. It could have also been me traveling. I literally traveled from here to New York. And I mean, I had to imagine the altitude going that high up and down in the span of 3 days probably wasn't the best for my body, especially if it was already catching a cold or a sickness wherever I was. So yeah, but my that cough returned essentially, and I've just been feeling it for the past week, and it hasn't gone away. I don't want to go to the doctor again to like get that again just to fix it, but we'll have to wait and see. If it keeps bothering me for another like 5 days, I'm gonna have to go. Um, let's see. OBS I think is an all right option. I have a friend that definitely loves OBS, and I used to see him using everything like that. It doesn't look too dissimilar from XSplit. I've used XSplit the entire time and never had an issue till now. And like I was having issues with it. I literally like disconnected my YouTube account from it, reconnected it to, every and anything to try to see if it could work. And it wasn't working at the beginning of the stream. It is working now. So hopefully it keeps going. I need the rotating bezel to stay. I heard app in the background. I will see about that later. Um did you catch the replay on AEW Double or Nothing? I looked at Twitter and I saw some of the stuff that came out. Obviously, I mean the only thing that I cared about was MJF coming back. I will say this: that he commented, bet on yourself for AEW, dude. If he had went to WWE, he would be a bigger star. I mean, he could bet on himself all he wants, but if he wants to be the biggest star, it's got to be WWE. That's my thought on it. But cut it a great promo like always with the Triple H jacket. It was funny. But yeah, awesome on that. Okay. My teacher gave me an old LG S Astroda phone. Astroda phone. Very slow, and it has Android 7.0. I can't update anymore. I'm going to give it back to them. What is this LG phone? I mean, LG was definitely not known. Oh, this was a T. Um, I mean, yeah, that was a Metro by T-Mobile phone, so it wasn't meant to be high end, for sure, back in the day. Um, but yeah, like the Astro 5 was better, but yeah, the original one, it looks like it was a entry level phone. I know the mic goes from out of nowhere. RKO probably. um, let's see. I don't hear about LG anymore. What happened to LG? LG stopped making phones. What was it? 4 years ago? 5 years ago now? When did LG stop making phones? 3 years ago. 3 years ago now. April 5th, 2021 is when LG stopped making phones. Um, the LG Wing was their last big one, I remember. Um, when did LG Wing come out? So 2020. So October 2020 was when LG made released their last big phone, which was the LG Wing, and then 2021 April was when they stopped making phones. They announced that they would stop making phones. Did anyone ever have an LG phone? And if so, which one did you have? Yeah, right. I would. Yeah, roids. There you go. Roids, androids, that kind of thing. Um, I know. So yes, it was medical steroids that I took. I forgot what they were even called. They were a specific kind, and basically, yeah, it cleared up whatever was messed up in my throat and lungs and all that kind of stuff, and it feels the same as that. And I never had the COVID thing or anything like that. Never was tested positive for it ever. Um, but yeah, just all this kind of stuff. Um, it's been a while since they made phones. Yeah, I mean 2021. I think my last LG phone was what was their main phones that they had? LG flagship. Their G series. The the last G I think I had, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, the LG G8. No, no, no. Maybe I didn't have the G8. Maybe I had the G7. I think that might have been the last one I did. Rings new watches will be given to Olympic athletes. Samsung store in Paris will have ring sizing on site. Limited watch bands on display. New QD LEDs on show. Nice. What's the ring supposed to do, if anything? So the ring, it's gonna be like Aura or like the one that I reviewed, RingCon. I love RingCon way more than Aura. It doesn't have a subscription fee that you have to pay. But basically, the idea behind a smart ring is one, it tracks all the same kind of stuff that your smart watch does, right? So the idea is similar kind of tracking, but in a ring form instead of a watch form. So it can do, your heart rate, it can do your stress level. The biggest one I would say it can do is your sleep. Sorry for the coughing, guys. The reason I would say that's so big for your sleep is because this is a lot more comfortable to sleep in than this is. I do wear this to sleep when I have to wake up with an alarm early in the morning. So that is something that I still use my watch for. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and Fridays, I usually wake up early to go to the gym. So on those days, I'll wear my watch, or the night before, I'll wear my watch to sleep. But any other night, I simply wear my ring, and that keeps all my sleeping information tracked. So yeah, um, that's what the ring mainly does, and obviously it has a lot longer battery life. This one tends to last about 6 days, sometimes 7 days. But the case that it comes in offers like an additional 20 charges. So this means that I don't have to charge it for like months. So yeah, really good for that purpose. I used to get LG tablets when they were made. I don't think I ever had an LG tablet. I had an HTC tablet that I got from my wife, the first HTC tablet that was out. I forgot what that was called. It was like a silver one. Looked very much like a MacBook style, so I didn't care for that. But what was the first HTC tablet? The Flyer, that's what it was. If anyone remembers this one, that's what it looked like. The Flyer. I remember I got like a purple case around it. Look at that gingerbread on there. That so it didn't even come with honeycomb. That's how old this was. Honeycomb was the first Android operating system for a tablet, and then it was replaced by the much superior ice cream sandwich, which was Android 4.0, which everyone loved a lot more. But yeah, um, but yeah, Manscaped sponsorship when I've never done the Manscaped sponsorship. Never have. Not that I wouldn't. I just, as weird as it sounds, I would have to use it to make sure it's okay, make sure it's safe. I've never used Manscaped, so yeah. I mean, it would be the perfect Father's Day one, right? But yeah, I never used it. Um, and just so you know, I did finish editing the four best accessories ever made for smartphones. It should be coming out tomorrow. I just need to do the thumbnail, so that's the only thing that I have left to do. I'm gonna literally upload it today. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, with the last video I did, I have upgraded the video quality. From now on, moving forward for this foreseeable future, all videos should be in 4K. So that's something I'm trying to do. Something hopefully will be looking good. Um, with the exception of this one video, I don't know because I had three cameras with me and one shot in 1080p. So with the exception of one video that might come out at the end of this week, with all the other ones, that's the only one that I'm not sure of yet. But yeah. New Samsung Health app in updates in June. The Ring will be marketed towards females. So will be lots of social media ads for it soon. Samsung thinks about 42. That's interesting because I wonder how. I feel like you have to get it thin for women to like it more, or have some kind of jewelry on it. Like, I mean, by that I mean some kind of gems, whether it be, I mean, like this one, I really like the look of this one. Um, Overall, like I just thought it was a clean look to it. Like it was just very simple. So I really love the Ring Kong ring overall. Like I think it's very simple. That's all the actual stuff that monitors you right there. But yeah, I've loved this one a lot. Like I've never had any complaints about it. You probably took penicillin or meth. I think it was the second one. I don't think it was penicillin. So I think it was the second one. Methapredicine. Prednisone. Their anti-inflammatories work great for long COVID cough usage, and maybe that's what I had, dude. I don't know. When do you think Lenovo ThinkBook Gen 5 Hybrid will come out? I'm thinking it's the perfect combo. David, you and me are for sure waiting on it because, man, I am waiting for that one. I am so waiting for that one. I like, for me, I am all about that specific combo. It is probably like, if I did my top tech at the end of the year, I feel like that one is going to be part of it. Very excited for that one. For those of you who haven't checked out, it's in my CES video. It was my favorite product of CES 2024. Basically, it's a laptop that has an Intel Ultra 7 processor on it with 32 gigs of RAM, everything you kind of need, right? The screen itself detaches, and it's an Android tablet. It's a full-on Android tablet, has everything you need for Android tablet, and it's an AMOLED display. So it was just like perfect, like everything that I wanted, it had. But yeah, we have not heard about it, and I literally checked on it last week. Still no update on that laptop. And will you pre-order any Copilot Plus units? So here's my thing on these new laptops. I am very curious how the new Snapdragon laptops will be, but because I know I still have about roughly 6 videos ahead of those laptops. What I decided was that I would be like, okay, I'm not going to be the first adopter. I'm going to, I still have 6 products I have to review. So thinking about that I'm going to be like, okay, so that'll mean that I can wait on these, give it, whatever, like 2 weeks before I have to buy one, or 3 weeks even before I have to buy one. And by that time, instead of buying it now, I can buy it till like there's an open box or something along those lines. Now, Samsung does have a very interesting pre-order deal. For those you don't know, I think I did save it. Nope. Let me see. So Samsung does have a very interesting deal where, let me move this a little bit over so you guys can see it. So they do have an interesting deal where you can actually get this, right? And I would get the 14-inch personally. I see that one as the better one. For the money of the difference, just makes more sense to get the 14-inch than to get the 16-inch, in my opinion. But with this one, you can get a trade-in if you want. But here's the thing. You get a 50-inch TV for it. And that just changed. It was 65-inch. It's because it's past 9 o'clock. So it just changed literally less than 5 minutes ago. That was previously a 65-inch TV. Now it's a 50-inch TV. So know that going in that it did change. But this is the link for it. It's not a bad deal if you wanted a TV as well. But that's the main thing for it, is that you get that kind of deal. Is it's the discount is not on the laptop itself. That is the normal price of the laptop. This slash that's showing you is the price of the TV that comes free with it. So just know that going in, if you did want to get that, that is the deal that Samsung has going on right now. The idea behind these should be very, very powerful, very, very great if everything actually supports it. Which, for me, I'm waiting for DaVinci Resolve to be supported, which it is supposed to be supported this summer. And that's my editing software. So if I can get an extremely lightweight laptop that does editing very well, all for it. I will definitely buy it. And this is cheaper than the laptop that I bought, that I have here. The laptop that I have here that I'm doing all this on, the retail value originally was $2,000. I got it for a discount. I wouldn't pay $2,000 for one, but I got it for a discount for that, and it was a really good deal. So that is what I would kind of lean towards. Basically, is like, okay, so if this one, goes on sale, or if maybe even I get an open box at Best Buy, maybe that is what I'll do in 3 weeks, as opposed to buying it now, where I don't necessarily need the TV. I'm lucky enough that I have a TV in every room I need, so I don't necessarily need one. But yeah. Unpack 2025 still open for Jan. Depends on if Apple does in fall. Got it. All right. Have you done a review for the Tab S9 Ultra? Do you own one? No, I never bought one because I stuck with the Tab S8 Ultra. The Tab S9 Ultra had 2 upgrades, and that was, what was it? It was a better widescreen, ultra wide camera, and a newer processor. Those are the only 2 upgrades for it. So it was not worth it for me to upgrade to it, namely because of the case, actually. So I love my keyboard case for my Samsung tablet, the S8. The reason I never upgrade to the S9 was actually more so because the trade-in value was good, right? Like, I think I was only going to pay like 200, maybe 300 with tax for the trade-in. Not bad at all. But The same case that I originally got for $150 on the new tablet is $350. And I'm just like, I mean, I love having the keyboard case with the nice trackpad, the good quality and everything, but I'm not paying $350. So it literally brought it from being a $200 cost for me to upgrade from my Tab S8 Ultra to my Tab S9 Ultra to being $500 to $600 cost. And that I was like, no, for those two things, I don't need it. So that's why I never bought it. I would say if you had a Tab S7 Ultra, yeah, you get the better screen then. You get obviously a much faster processor then. Better audio quality. There was a lot of upgrades from those two. And better brightness, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, not too much in those. Any tablets on sale this weekend? Let's go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and check to see what tablets we have on sale this weekend. Why did LG stop making phones? Because they weren't profitable for the last 5 years. For the last 5 years, LG was making phones. They weren't profitable. Audio still good? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Tablets. Let me get some tablets. All tablets. All discounted. All right, so you have the old iPad on sale for $200 off. You have a Galaxy Tab A9 Plus, 64 gigs of storage, not bad for $159. So that's $60 off, not bad on that one. You get the 128 gig version for $209, pretty good with that. Cheapy Lenovo M9 with 32 gigs. Yeah, I mean, worth the price difference, I guess, if you need to save some money. iPad 9th gen for $389. That's actually with the plus member price. Let's see. Anything else? Fire one. Not bad for that size, but I would say the only reason I would ever get a Fire tablet is if you get the kids one. That one has a 2-year protection built in, so if you drop it, crack it, anything like that, they'll replace it. I don't own a. I don't know the Samsung tablet. Would you recommend getting a 8 over the 9? Yeah, I mean if it's cheaper, I would get an 8 over 9. If it's about the same price, and go with the 9, but that's the only reason I would get it. So yeah, the Amazon Kids tablet's on sale for $40 off. So this is what I would look out for. Just who was it? Ron? You're asking me about the Tab 9. I would be looking at this, right? You can get the tablet, but you can get an open box. And if you get an open box, then you're getting a discount on top of the sale price. So normally, right, just to give you an idea, normally this tablet is $1,200, right? $1,199, $250 off. But if you go for an open box, you can get an excellent one for $768.99. That is an insane price. That is over what, $400 off if you get a no box. So that's what I would recommend going for. I'm going to send you an affiliate link if you want to get it. Hey, it helps me out if you use the link. But yeah, nothing like, oh my god kind of sales. I would say these are kind of what we're used to seeing for the most part. But yeah. But good time to get a sale if you want to get a discount. Oh, well, wait. So what was that? That one was. Let me see. That one was 700 and something for an open box, right? That was 768 for an open box. If you get the Tab S8 Ultra open box, you can save over 250 bucks by going with this one instead. So, something to think about. I'll send you this link too. All right. Refurbished iPad. But yep. All right. I think we will be ending the stream soon. My nose is getting all clogged up too. I can start to hear my nasal stuff. So yeah, we will end it sooner than later. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties in the beginning. At least we got all the way through after that, so I'm quite happy about that. But as long as everything goes well, I will catch you guys next week. And stay tuned to the best smartphone accessories ever made coming out tomorrow by end of day. I'm guessing around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been RCKY, the YouTube Tech Guy.